Hello students, welcome to biology class. I am your biology teacher Minakshi. In the last video, under the topic cytoplasm, we discussed the structure and functions of four cell organelles: mitochondria, plastids, endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus. In today's video, we will discuss the structure and functions of the remaining cell organelles, the differences between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells, and the cell division. The first cell organelle is vacuoles. Vacuoles are fluid-filled, membrane-bound organelles that are present in plant cells. Rarest of the rare case is that they are present in animal cells. They are bounded by a single membrane. The membrane around the vacuole is called the tonoplast. Here it can be understood from the diagram. I have drawn a plant cell and the central position is occupied by the vacuole. Its membrane, the membrane of the vacuole is called the tonoplast, and the fluid that is filled in the tonoplast, within the tonoplast, that is in the vacuole, it is called the cell sap. The liquid they contain is called the cell sap. Now this cell sap contains water and a variety of substances like minerals, sugars, carbohydrates and metabolic waste. In mature plant cells, a large vacuole occupies the central position, because of which the cytoplasm and the nucleus is pushed towards the periphery, towards the boundary of the cell. In animal cells, vacuoles are generally absent, but if they are present, they are temporary and they are much smaller in size as compared to plant cells. The functions of vacuoles are: number one, it provides turgidity. Turgidity means swollen to the maximum capacity. Rigidity and support to the cell, because it is filled with variety of substances. Number two, vacuoles store food material and the waste products of the cell. Number three, in unicellular organism, the contractile vacuole help in the excretion of waste products of the cell, and it also helps in maintaining the water balance, that is the appropriate amount of water in the cell. And in case of protozoans like amoeba, paramecium, euglena, diatoms, etc., the food vacuoles help in the digestion of food. The next cell organelle is ribosomes, which are called the protein factories of the cell because the proteins are synthesized in ribosomes. These are the smallest cell organelles that are spherical in shape. They are not bound by any membrane. Because they are not bound by any membrane, they are present both in prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes. In eukaryotes, ribosomes are either scattered in the cytoplasm or they may also be attached to the surface of endoplasmic reticulum, which forms rough endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes are formed of ribosomal RNA and proteins. And the function of ribosome is, these are the sites for protein synthesis. It means protein synthesis takes place in ribosomes. The next cell organelle is lysosomes, which are called the suicide bags. Now, they are found only in animal cells and absent in plant cells. They are spherical in shape and sac-like vesicles, pouch-like vesicles that are bounded by a single membrane. These lysosomes contain several digestive enzymes which bring about the digestion of various substances in the cell. These digestive enzymes are synthesized in the rough endoplasmic reticulum. They are concentrated in Golgi apparatus and then they are packed in the lysosomes. The functions of lysosomes are: number one, they protect the body of a living organism from bacteria and viruses by digesting them. Whenever the bacteria or virus enters the cell, it is digested by the digestive enzymes of lysosomes. Whenever the cell organelles become old and they start to become non-functional, they are destroyed and digested by the lysosome. This process is called autolysis. Lysosomes provide energy to the cells by digesting or breaking down the stored food in the cell. And the fourth function of lysosome is, whenever the cell is destined to die, whenever there is a disturbance in the cell and the cell is about to become non-functional, lysosomes burst. the lysosomal enzymes are released in the cell and they digest the whole cell, or they bring about auto digestion. Because they digest their own cell, that is why they are called the suicide bags. The next topic is, what are the differences between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells? Any cell is classified as prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cell based on the complexity of structure or presence of a well organized nucleus. If a well organized membrane bound nucleus is present, it is a eukaryotic cell, and if it is absent, it is a prokaryotic cell. Let us see some of the differences between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Number one, cell organization. All the prokaryotic cells known till date are unicellular, whereas eukaryotic cells are both unicellular as well as multicellular. Prokaryotic cells are smaller as compared to eukaryotic cell. The cell size ranges from 1 to 10 micron in prokaryotic cell, where 1 micron is equal to 10 raised to power minus 6 meters, and the eukaryotic cell ranges from 5 to 100 micron. The DNA is naked in prokaryotic cell. It means it is not combined with any type of proteins, whereas in eukaryotic cell the DNA is combined with histone protein that form the chromatin network, as was discussed with you in the structure of nucleus. Prokaryotic cell contains a single chromosome that is circular in shape, whereas eukaryotic cell contains many chromosomes, multiple chromosomes that are linear. The ribosomes are present both in prokaryotes and eukaryotes, as told to you, because they are not bound by any membrane. But ribosomes in prokaryotic cells are smaller in size and they are scattered in the cytoplasm, whereas eukaryotic ribosomes are bigger in size and either they lie free in the cytoplasm or they are attached to endoplasmic reticulum. Other than ribosomes, all the cell organelles are absent in prokaryotic cell, whereas they are present in eukaryotic cell. And the genetic material, that is DNA, RNA and proteins, are not bounded by any membrane in prokaryotic cell, and this region of genetic material in the prokaryotic cell is called nucleoid, whereas in case of eukaryotic cells the genetic material is bound by membrane that is called nucleus. The last topic of this chapter to be discussed is cell division. Student, cell division takes place in living beings to produce daughter cells. Daughter cells means new cells for the purpose of growth, repair, replacement of old cells and for the process of reproduction. Cell division is of two types, mitosis and meiosis. Meiosis is also called reduction division. Students, mitosis takes place in various types of cells in the body of living organisms except reproductive cells. In reproductive cells, the process or the cell division of meiosis takes place. Let us discuss these two types of divisions. In mitosis, two identical daughter cells are formed from a single cell. This single cell is called either the parent cell or the mother cell. It is clear from the diagram that when a cell divides under mitosis, two daughter cells are formed, and these daughter cells have the same number of chromosomes as the parent cells. If the parent cells has, for example, 4 chromosomes, both the daughter cells will also have 4 chromosomes. This type of division is called mitosis. The meiosis division is a type of division in which the cell undergoes two consecutive division. Two consecutive division means one after the other, two division take place, and as a result from a parent cell ultimately 4 daughter cells are formed, and these daughter cells have half the number of chromosomes as compared to the parent cells. If the parent cells have, for example, 4 chromosomes, the daughter cells will have 2 chromosomes. It means the daughter cells have half the number of chromosomes as compared to the parent cell. Because of this feature, this type of division is called reduction division. Students, the assignment of the topics that we have discussed today are available on the school website. You are required to answer those questions in your biology notebook. Thank you very much.